Another little tip video here. Hope saves you guys some money, and actually you'll get better reel performance. And it's using braid backing instead of a whole spool of mono or fluorocarbon. And the reasons why you do that is because when you've got half a spool of braid in there, you see that? What that's going to do is it's going to lighten up your spool, which means it's not going to take as much time or as much effort to get that spool spinning faster. So in return, you're going to get a longer cast. And if you do this, depending on how much braid you put on, you can get up to a 20% longer cast with braid backing with fluorocarbon on top, with a top shot of 50 to 60 to 70 yards. You know, if you're casting, in this situation, I'm going to be using it for flipping. So you're going to get a longer flip, which, you know, you're not going to need to put on 35, 40 yards of fluorocarbon, which I'm going to be flipping with because, you know, water's real clear. Hasn't rained in a while, so braid's not the way to go right now. But you're just going to get a lot better performance out of that reel because your spool is not going to be near as heavy. Fluorocarbon and monofilament line is a lot heavier than braid. Braid's stronger and it doesn't stretch. You know, every line is like a tool. It's got a purpose, and that's the whole point. Is just lightening up this spool so you can get longer casts. And I mean, it's not a real long video either about it because it's pretty simple. I mean, it's plain and simple. The lighter that spool is, the further cast you're going to be able to make. I just want to show you guys what I use to connect the fluorocarbon to the braided line. Now, some people call this a double uni. I'm not a big fan of calling it a double uni because it's not. I mean, it's a uni to uni. Double uni is a uni knot that's doubled over like a Palomar and then tied. That's what I call a double uni, but you know, that's fine. You can call it what you want. So let's see here. Get out some line here. Clip that first edge off where it's stuck into the package there. And this is a really simple knot. It's going to look hard, sound hard. It's not. It's very, very simple. If you can tie your shoelaces, you can tie this knot. And you take your two strands of line, you get braid on top, got fluorocarbon on bottom. You just take that braid piece and just make a loop over your two fingers, just like that. And inside that loop where you've got the braid and the fluorocarbon there, you just wrap it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I give it a little spit. Get it close to being cinched down, not all the way. I mean, it's as simple as a trilene knot. You're just tying 2 of them. So you go on the other side and grab your fluorocarbon tied in. No football today. Tag in. Make the same loop. Same fingers, just loop it over, and you've got your two lines there. You've got your braid and your fluorocarbon right there, and you just take that tag in and wrap it around 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. A little lube there. No comments from my buddies. And there you go. You pull those knots together and they cinch them down, and it ain't going nowhere. That is as strong as any knot you can tie. I mean, you got a nail knot, maybe a little stronger. There's all kind of different knots. Day in, day out, speed, quickness, durability. This is the way I go. It's called the uni to uni. Okay. Take your tag ends and you just clip them off real short because you don't want a whole lot. I mean, it's going to be buried under 35, 40 yards of fluorocarbon. So if a bass takes 40 yards of 20-pound fluorocarbon off my spool, then I'm just going to let him have their whole reel and rod. But anyway, that's simple. I'm not going to show me spooling up fluorocarbon, which isn't a big deal. The only tip I would advise about that is when you're spooling up fluorocarbon, braid, it doesn't matter because braid, so it just doesn't twist as bad as anything. So you can use it the way you want as far as holding the spool. But when you're pulling fluorocarbon off of a spool, see how that line's coming off the top? Make sure that line's coming off the top of that spool, okay? You don't want it coming off the bottom because it's going to cause a twist. And if you're using a spinning reel, you want that spool of line facing you like this. You want the face of that spool, and you want it coming off the way it's put on. Okay, just like that. You want it coming. If you turn that reel or spool to the side and reel it on like that, it's going to be twist. I mean, for days. Make that spool of line. Put your pencil or finger or something, whatever, in the back of it, and then pull it off as it comes straight off of that spool, just like that. So that's about it for the tip. I can't think of anything else. So hope I can save you guys some money. Give it a shot. I promise you, you'll get 20% longer cast. You'll save some money, and you'll get better reel performance. Excuse me. And always check out @Team Santone, SantoneLures.com, and QuickBaits.com. Head there and just check them out, guys. Do me a favor and just give them a shout. Give them a follow on Twitter. You guys have a nice day.